Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in Parkitect. We're at Kitty Corners, which is the theme park that I've begun to build. We've got the entrance hall here, we've got some toilets, some information booths and some cash machines inside the entrance building here. Look, so we've got info, toilets, cash machines. Over by Goods Inn we've got the training facilities and a staff room. And the staff can exit it through a gate here. And then over here we've got a nice little entrance plaza area for the people to come into the park. We're going to have our main street down here leading to our big view pyramid in the centre here. And then we've got paths going off in all directions to start building our different themed areas for our park. But the other thing that I think we should do before we start putting in all of the rides is from this section here down to the main pyramid. This is going to be where our main street's going to be. Now I'm debating whether to put shops in this corner here and this corner here, or whether to put rides in these two spots. So we could extend the main street or we could have rides up there. I think because we've got a lot of buildings, it might be a good idea to add a couple of rides in, but that will mean we've got to decide which rides we want to put there when I haven't actually planned out which rides I'm going to put into different areas of the theme park yet. So since I haven't actually made the decision about what rides to put into the different themed areas, it's kind of difficult to decide whether to put a different ride in there at this point in time. So kind of confuse myself just that little bit with what to do. Now we could put a Ferris wheel. Do you know what, we could put the two, no, that would be too many things the same. I was just going to say we could put the two Ferris wheels there, but that would be too much of the same stuff, wouldn't it, if we did that? Interesting, isn't it, this, trying to decide what we want to do with things. That was kind of a difficult sort of decision to make as to what to put where. And I am leaning towards the idea of having a couple of rides there as a beginner. I think maybe we should go for one calm ride and one more thrilling sort of idea. Maybe we go for a couple of fairly traditional styles of rides. Maybe we go for a twister at one side and a big wheel at the other for like the entrance beginning. So if we were to put I'm just thinking, where would we want the actual queue to go? I think we might want it to be like that there, I think, and then we will have the entrance be all the way around here and the exit can be here, and we'll make it a little bit more. We won't make it too super expensive, I don't think. And then there's things, what shall we have? Right, I haven't thought about colours and things, so we might change things later, but I think maybe we'll go for the blues that we've got in the entrance area for now, just to be a little bit more consistent. And we've kind of gone for a castle theme at the entrance, so we want something maybe castle-y. How about we go for medieval music? We'll remove the volume just a little bit, change the safeties and the check, make it quicker, and wait for any not empty. Make that an open, and we need to add queue line. Let's think, what sort of queue line should we go for? Should we go for, let's go for the roundy version, shall we? And we will go for the blue, I think. Alright, and we will run the queue around like so. And then, actually, let's grab the, I want to pick up the blue colour, and we want to paint that. And then, so right at the entrance, I'm just thinking, what do we do for, should we do like a, do we do a patterny building or not? Let's put the other ride at the other side. So we'll go for, I think we're going to go for a Ferris wheel on the opposite side. So if we, let's think, how should we do this? I think we put it there. I do. I think we put it right there. I think we bring the queue all the way around the back and we give the exit out over here. Let's make that the same price as, oh, what am I doing? I'm going down instead of up. What am I doing? Oh, what are you doing, kitty? There we go, that's better. And I think its colours are actually pretty good, so, but let's go for the blue, and let's go for the blue. And we'll go for the medieval music again. We're going to keep it consistent at this entrance area, in keeping with the style of the castle-y type buildings that we've got at the beginning over here. So we'll reduce the maintenance schedule time between maintenances, and we'll go for any not empty again here. And then we'll open this, and then we'll grab our path. So we're going to want to go up and around here, and we are actually going to need to extend our path along here a little bit. And then it's this one, I think, isn't it, for this one, and then we want to extend that a little bit across here. Okay. Oh, why has it got, oh, why has it put fences up here? Okay, what have I just done there? Wait, did I use that as staff path instead of... Oh, I did staff path. I did the wrong set of paths, didn't I? That's why it's... Come on. Individual sections, individual sections. Yeah, we made this into queue line, so that's why it's put the... that's why it's gone and put the fencing on the edges, so that was my fault. So we actually need these to be the right colours and styles. There we go. I'm sorry about that, I just messed it up, didn't I? Oh dear kitty, what have we done? There, we fix it, we can fix this, there we go. There we go, let's extend the path just a little bit. We might need to edit them later, I haven't planned out the sections and stuff yet, but it's good to get some of the stuff done. Right, so we want to paint the little hut. Now we've got two choices. We can build like little buildings around them, or we can build, or we can just leave them open and put like shades on them and leave it at that, because this is the entrance area. So those are the two ways we could do this. We can also, of course, do some like flowery stuff to like make it a bit different. So if we go for some of these big flowers, that's just a bit different, isn't it? And then let's have some banana leaves, shall we? Do we want those or not? No, maybe not. We'll just put a couple of those like that there. And rotate. Oh, no, I'm rotating me instead of rotating the plant. That wasn't the plan, was it? There we go. I just want to add a bit of foliage in some of the spaces that like get us a little bit of so I'm adding quite a bit of the new sort of Aztec-y South America style planting in that area, aren't I? Alright, so we've got some little, let's go for some little trees. Let's go for a little bit of, let's just try to add a little bit of, oh, that took a plant out, didn't it? That's a shame. I just want to add a little, oops. So add a few of those just to add a little bit of. Right, I'm just trying to add a little bit of a change to the sections of the park. I just want a little bit more foliage and stuff to like blend stuff in a bit. We add just a couple of fir trees to like break up the areas. I just want things to separate off just a little bit. There we go. So I'm just kind of separating these different areas off in the park, just so we're kind of forming a bit of a barrier at the edge over here, so that we're kind of demarking where we're going into a different area over there. So I think that's not a bad little bit of decoration here. So maybe we add a few more of the more traditional sorts of plants here and there if we can fit anything in. How about we have the yellow? How about we make a few different colours? So let's go for a blue, shall we now? A bluey one. Let's pop a blue one. Let's go for a pink. Let's put a pink over here. Let's go for a red. How about red over here? Let's go for a darky yellow. Let's put you down here. How about some orange? Let's have an orange one over here, and then how about another one over here? Let's go back to the pinks. Let's go for a different colour and add one in here, and maybe even in here. Just want to add that little bit of colour here and there around these things. Just get that little bit of plant colour and stuff in, and I think that might be enough for the moment. How does that look? So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So now we decide, do we want to make this a bit more medieval or show? Do you know, I don't think we're going to put covers over these two starting ones because I don't want to over theme the entrance. I think we've got quite a lot of theming already in here, though we might want a little bit of cover on some of the queue line. So I think perhaps, where are the pavilions? There you go. Maybe we use a bit of a more open style pavilion. How about we could use, ooh, because it's kind of medieval, we could go for the covered one, covered canopies, couldn't we? And we could maybe go for, should we go for the blue? Should we go for a darker blue? Should we? Yes, maybe we go for like the blue we've used on the darker bit of the path, and we definitely want to make them rotate so that the front edge is slightly higher and the back edge is slightly lower. Do we do? I think that's what we do. I think we run the canopy along the back edge of the queue line. And I'm going to do the same here so that we've just got a little bit of cover in case it gets a little bit damp. So I'm just going to run it along the back edge, not down the side, just along the back edge so that there's just a little bit of space and cover. And I think that that is where we're going to leave it for. So we've added on our first two rides to the entrance of the park. So that is basically the very entrance section now completed. So I'm quite pleased with that actually. And then as we come down here, we've got our first two rides in. So as we come down in this section now, we're going to have Main Street over here and over here. So perhaps we'll have like a seating area in the centre. Now do we do that on both sides or just on one side? Or do we just make it completely shopped in and not marked off at all? I think we definitely need at least one seating area on one edge. I think we might put the seating area in this side. So let's grab some path blocks and let's think this through. Are we going to keep it consistent with what we've already got on the outside area here, or do we make it a little bit different? So let's think this through. I'm just trying to decide how big to make the seating area. I don't want it to overpower, but I do want there to be a space. So I think what we'll do is we'll take it off. Do I want to remove these seats? Because they kind of match with what we've done before, don't we? Do you know what? I don't think I want to take that off. I think I want to separate it and leave the seating so that it matches at both sides if I'm only going to do one side of a square. I'm not going to make it huge, I think. I think we're going to do like that. I think that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to use the lighter blue again for an interior section. And then I think I'm going to do that. So I just want to make like a small seating area. For people to be able to just sit, and then we can build shops and things around it. And I want a little bit of decoration. Do we go back to the idea of the fountain, or do we do something different? Right, where are the fountains? Fountains, there we go. I couldn't see it. Oh, Kitty, why couldn't you see it? I don't know why I couldn't see it, guys. I just couldn't see it. I like the idea of the round fountain, but yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go for the two of the little round fountains. Do you mean you're already occupied? You're not already occupied, crazy people. Already occupied, it says. Alright, we're going to put the hopping effect of the water on the side of that as well. And then I think we want the curb thing. Where's the curb thing? I can never find that curb thing. So let's go curb. Thank you. I'm going to put the curb just around the edge here. Just so there's a little lip around the edge of where we've got this. Like so. I don't want it to be crazy, do you know what I mean? It's just like, and then I'm going to put the curb across those three there so that we've got a little bit of extra space for putting seating, and I think that will work. And then I think we will, yeah, I think that's probably, or do I actually, I think we'll put one there, one there, one there and one there, like that, just to give us space to put our benches. Now our benches are going to be these ones because that's what we've already done, and we're going to make sure that we have lots of benches in this area here, and then we're going to put them all the way along like so, and then we're going to put them there and there. Actually, I didn't want that one. Or did I? Let's put them behind there as well. Is that good? Is that good? I think that will work. Right, now we need the bins. I'm going to put one behind that seat there. I'm going to put one here and one here, and I'm going to put one on each of the entrance and exit sections here. And I'm going to remove that one and put one there. And then we might add a few extra around the edges, but at the moment we don't know where the entrances and exits are going to be for our buildings, so I don't want to overdo the edges at this point in time. We're also going to need some lighting, but again I don't know where the entrances and exits are going to be, so I don't want to add the lighting just yet. We might put some lighting on the sides of the buildings rather than putting it actually into the square itself. So I just wanted to set up the beginnings of our seating area here. And now we have to decide, do we do the same on this side, or do we leave this side as a flat main street? I think I might make this one just a straight row of shops and then put the shops around this open square here, rather than making it the same on both sides, just so there's a little bit of variation in what we're building. So we also are going to need the fence. Oh, that wasn't quite what I wanted, but yes, I do want some of the plants. But what I was trying to pick up was the fence. Oh, right, there we go, because I want to put the fence along this little section here, and then we want to add same sort of plants, but I just want to make it a little different in the way that it's put together. I want to vary the things that we're using a little bit. And then if we grab the bromeliad, and let's have a look where we've got the gaps. So let's come down a little bit so we can see it better. I think I quite like that over one there, one there. And then if we grab the little shrub and then we add that wherever we think we've got a little bit too much space as we go around, like so. I think that that's probably going to work beautifully there. Maybe an extra one over in that corner. There we go. I think that's going to work quite nicely. And then the rest of the decoration around the edges of the space are going to have to come a little bit later, once we've put all of our buildings in, and then we can add a little bit more space with foliage and stuff in the spaces that we leave, depending on the buildings that we add around our main street. So I think that is the end of today's episode, and then when we come back in the next one, we'll start on the actual buildings in our main street, start adding some shops for the guests to come in and out of, and start adding the character to our main street. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!